So I'm back at the Bulldoze neighborhood today, and I got a couple of interesting things here. I got this little oyster shell punch out here, and then another one of those punched out shells. Down here, however, right at my feet, that is going to be a clay marble. It's been a while since I found a complete marble in here, but that is a really cool find, so I will take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, this is an interesting one here. That is a porcelain doll's head. Too bad it's not complete, but that is really interesting, so I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, I'm not getting a ton of signals, but there's just non-metal stuff everywhere up here. That is going to be my second marble of the day. Not entirely sure. Wait a second. If this is what I think it is, this is going to be a bucket lister for me. That looks like some sort of stoneware marble. And, that is a really interesting pattern on it. Does not feel like glass, so I'm thinking this is going to be some sort of stoneware. So that is a really cool find. I will take that. Let's see if we get something else. So that is yet another eyeball find just right off the surface. That is going to be a porcelain doorknob. It looks like just a solid black one, but that is still a really cool find. It's definitely got some age to it, probably Victorian era or so, but I will take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, this has turned into quite the marble day. That is number 3. I got a clay, a stoneware, and now this one, which appears to be a glass of some sort, and it is very caked. Let's see what we got underneath. Yeah, definitely a glass marble, and it looks like some sort of cat's eye. Yeah, definitely a cat's eye, and I think that might be another vitro, just like the other cat's eye, so probably like 50s or so. But that is a super cool find. I will take it. Let's see if we get something else. So I just plucked this glass bit out of the debris pile, and it's actually got a patent date on it. It's going to be tough to see, but it says January 11th of 1898. It is all backwards, but that is still a cool find. It's 1800, so I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Oh, that's a nice sight there. Don't see these every day at a tear-out like this. That is going to be a complete harmonica reed, so super cool find. I will take it. Let's see if we get something else. So I just flipped up that. That looks a little bit shiny to me, and actually that feels a little bit heavy too. I think there's a chance this could be silver. No guarantee. It is wiping fairly clean. Yeah, it's wiping super clean. Chain just fell off. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up a little bit off camera, and I will loop you back in. So here it is all cleaned up. You can see there if it'll focus. It does say sterling on the bottom of the pendant. There's a couple of beads too. I think this was an old rosary at some point. I'm gonna go ahead and scan the hole one more time, and if I find anything else in there, I will loop you back in. If not, I'll take silver. Let's see if we get something else. Well, the sun is going down, and right there on top of the ground, that is going to be a little marble, and looking at that, I'm gonna take it. Yeah, that's definitely a Peltier rainbow. Pretty beat up one, but still a really cool find, so I will take that. Let's see if we get something else. So it is getting real dark out. I just pulled up this bit here. It feels like lead, and it's definitely some sort of printer's plate. I cannot read it all too well, but whatever it is, it's a cool find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So this walk back to the car has been interesting. That there is a little corset clasp. It hit just like a nickel, but it's definitely old. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, this is not my usual habitat. Instead of hot and dry, I am in a lake. I'm soaked from head to toe, but it is well worth it because look at that down in the scoop. If I can fish that out, that's heavy. That feels gold. And what does that say inside? Oh, it has writing in it. I can't hold it, my hands are too wet. But there it is, 14K. So that is actually my first 14 karat ring. Denoma is the back mark. If I ever figure out who made this or how old it is, I will loop you back in. If not, let's see if we get something else. So I just pulled this nickel out of the scoop here. It is just a Jefferson, but it is a 1946, if you can see that. No mint mark that I could see on the back, but that is a cool find. It's definitely an older coin, so I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So here's another interesting find here. It is a spoon, and I believe it's actually a stainless one. It hit like iron. It's got a little rust on it. Tons of fancy And then on the back, there is a back mark that I was able to see, and that one is going to say something stainless. But that is a really cool find. I will take a spoon. Let's see if we get something else. Well, I am back to construction sites, and I have just pulled up, there it is, that right there. That is a button of some sort. We're gonna find out together what this is, and it's covered in schmooze. So, yeah, that dirt's not coming off. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up a little bit, and I will loop you back in when I got some detail. Well, this is interesting. I thought this was gonna be a chunk of pop can. Instead, it is this super, super fancy silver-plated plate of some sort. Not 100% sure what it came off of, maybe just like an escutcheon or something, but that is super cool, so I will take it. Let's see if we get something else. And actually, you know what? While I'm at it with you, I'll go ahead and show you that button. I got some of the schmooze off. I don't know how well you're gonna see it, but there's like a little wreath on it of some sort. But it is a cool button, so I will take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, there's something interesting just sticking right out of the dirt. It feels heavy like lead, and no clue what this is. Actually may just be a pot metal something. It's an interesting find though either way. Let's see if we get something else. Hey everybody, Bug Eater back with another wrap up from a couple short hunts at a lake as well as some construction sites. So here's my take from those hunts. I got a bunch of bits of harmonica reed. I also got a lipstick tube, a lead drawer pull, a porcelain doorknob, a stainless steel spoon with a bunch of fancy on it. This thing is really cool. It's an escutcheon of some sort. It had some silver plate and a really fancy floral pattern. I also got another one of those punched out shells along with a couple of punch outs that have yet to be turned into buttons. This, I believe, is a piece of suspender clip. I also got a jeans rivet. This, I think, is modern, but it's a printer's plate of some sort with some text that I cannot read. This is that glass bit again. The camera is not going to do it much justice even with a light, but it is patented 1898. I also got a creepy porcelain doll head. I got a bunch of marbles as well, including a broken Bennington, a plain clay. My favorite is this lined crockery, the green and white one. But that was made back in the 1800s by mixing two different colors of clay to make the swirl pattern. I also got a couple of glass marbles, including a Peltier Rainbow and a Vitro Cat's Eye. The two coins are a 1959 D Memorial and a 1946 Jefferson, so nothing crazy there. I did get onto a piece of silver, a broken rosary. Down here you can actually see it does say sterling, and then on the face of it, it's got, I believe, Jesus. And then it does not fit me, but it fits my girlfriend perfectly, so I'm going to give this one to her to wear. And it is a 14 karat gold ring. On the inside it says Denoma. So Denoma would have been an Omaha jeweler and watchmaker that was active from like the 1930s to the 1950s. So that is a super cool piece of local history. And that was my hunt, guys. Thanks again for coming along. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Bug Eater, signing out.